During a summer vacation, a young boy left the city to visit his grandfather in the countryside. The two shared a close bond and often played and talked together. One afternoon, while sitting under a tree, the boy looked at his grandfather with curiosity and asked, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to be a successful person. Can you show me how to achieve that?" The grandfather smiled gently, nodded, and without answering immediately, took the boy to a nearby plant nursery. There, he bought 2 identical young saplings and brought them home. He planted one in a pot and placed it inside the house, safe from weather and danger. The other he planted in the garden, exposed to sun, rain, wind, and unexpected risks. After planting them, he turned to his grandson and asked, "Which one do you think will grow better in the future?" The boy thought for a moment and replied, "Probably the one inside, because it's protected from all harm." The grandfather simply smiled and said, "Let's wait and see what happens with time." 4 years passed. The boy returned once again during summer break. Upon seeing his grandfather, he eagerly brought up his old question. "Grandpa, last time I asked you how to be successful, but you didn't answer me. This time, you have to tell me." The grandfather smiled and said, "All right, but first, let's go see the 2 plants we planted years ago." They walked to the plant inside the house. It had grown slightly, now a small bush with sparse leaves and a thin stem. Then they went outside to the garden. There, before them, stood a tall, strong tree, its branches stretching wide and offering shade. Grandfather turned and asked, "Which plant do you think grew more? Which one is more successful?" The boy replied in surprise, "The one outside." "But how is that possible, Grandpa? It had to endure storms and heavy rain. How did it grow so strong?" The grandfather nodded, his eyes full of meaning. "Because it faced challenges that it became so strong and mature," he continued gently. "You see, the plant outside had to deal with harsh sun, heavy rain, and strong winds. But because of that, it was free to stretch its roots deep into the earth, to adapt and grow resilient. The plant inside, though safe, never had the chance to build strengths, so it stayed small and weak." Looking directly into his grandson's eyes, he added, "People are just like these trees. You always choose the easy way, avoiding difficulty, you'll never unlock your full potential. But if you dare to step out of your comfort zone, face challenges, and learn to overcome them, you'll grow strong and wise, just like the tree outside." The boy stood in silence, gazing at the towering tree, his eyes slowly becoming thoughtful. His grandfather's words echoed in his mind. To be successful, you must first be willing to face hardship. He stood quietly under the shade of the big tree, eyes lifted to the branches swaying gently in the breeze. Deep inside, he began to understand what his grandfather had been teaching him all these years, not through words, but through a living lesson, through 2 simple trees. Placing a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, the grandfather spoke slowly and warmly. "My child, in life, everyone must face difficulties, failures, and even pain. But it is these very challenges that make us grow. If you always take the easy path, seeking only safety, you'll never discover how strong you truly are inside. Success doesn't come from comfort, but from persistence through adversity. Every time you weather a storm, you become stronger. Every time you fall and rise again, you move closer to your goal. Don't be afraid of failure. It's a natural part of the journey upward. He looked once more at the big tree and added, "Remember, the tree didn't grow big because it was protected. It grew big because it was free to face life." You dare to step out of your comfort zone, you'll find the path to true success. The boy smiled, a new sense of determination shining in his eyes. His grandfather's words had planted a new seed in his heart, a seed of courage and the will to never give up. From that day on, the boy no longer feared difficulty. He understood the very challenges we once wished to avoid are the ones that make us strong, resilient, and able to rise, just like a tree that thrives in the storm.